Hey guys, this is Vinay and you're watching my show Let's Talk. Bangalore has a history of producing very good cricketers. Today I have with me a young lad who's one of the most promising cricketers from Bangalore making big in international cricket. He's young, he's energetic and he's a go-getter. He is none other than KL Rahul. Rahul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm extremely sorry to have dragged you into the show while your hand is injured, but it means a lot that you've taken time and come on the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I read this somewhere, and tell me if it's true, that your dad's a die-hard fan of cricket, and he has played cricket himself, and he wanted to name you as Rohan, mistakenly Rahul for Sunil Gavaskar's son. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what he tells me. I'm not very sure. Maybe I have to ask my mother. But yeah, he's even now he's a huge fan of Sunil Gavaskar and G.R. Vishwanath.
Sure.
He tells me he used to go buy the tickets for whenever India was playing in Bangalore, and he would love watching G.R. Vishwanath bat. And even when I was young, if there was any old games played on TV, he would make me sit and watch these two legends bat. So yeah, cricket's something that's been very big in the family, and my dad loves cricket.
And you started playing cricket at a very young age.
Yeah, like any other kid.
Street cricket.
Yeah. It was either cricket or Bollywood. So I wasn't a very great actor, so I picked sport, and I loved sport as a kid. I played a lot of sport, but cricket was something that came very naturally to me. And it was a very big sport in the family. All the men in the family play cricket whenever we got together for summer breaks. So yeah, that's how I started. And my dad couldn't handle me breaking more windows on the street and in the neighborhood. There were too many complaints going around. So he had to look for a way to
get
me out of the street. So he put me in one of the summer camps, and this is what I always wanted to do, play cricket. So I was very happy.
But then you when you started playing professionally, or rather taking it seriously, back then did you have in mind that I want to make it big in cricket, or was it like any other Indian playing cricket, love cricket?
As early as I can remember, I used to run around the house with bat in my hand, and all around the neighborhood, playing cricket with guys, or playing a sport. But yeah, I enjoyed playing sport, and I don't know if I I ever thought, or I obviously dreamed and aspired to play for the country, but I didn't know if it would come true, because it's coming from a small town, and Bangalore didn't have a big history or a great background of producing cricketers.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously in the family, and people around in the society were had their doubts too. Obviously they're looking out for me, but yeah, they knew that cricket was a hard sport. The competition was very high.
But you come from a family of professors and people who have given very much importance to education. You did complete your economics or commerce is what you studied. But then was there pressure in the house that take your basic education while you're going to pursue cricket? Or they were completely free and let you do what you want?
Look, I'd be lying if I said my family was very supportive and never pressured me to get a degree or do well in studies. Like you mentioned, I come from my family, my mom, dad, my sister, all of them are very well qualified. They wouldn't want their son to be, some lagging behind.
Education was very important.
Was very important, no doubt. You know how South Indian families are too. They want that degree on the board, framed and put up in the house. So my parents were no different. They wanted the same thing, but luckily for me and for them, I was a pretty decent student, so I could get through my subjects and never fell behind on studies. So yeah,
so
they didn't have a choice but to support me with whatever I wanted to do, because they wanted me to study well, and I did that, and then they gave me all the freedom to go out there and do what I wanted to.
And when did professional cricket happen?
Honestly, I didn't even know when I switched from junior cricket to professional or to the senior group.
Yeah.
I was just playing cricket. I was very consistent in the junior formats, and in the junior levels, I captained Karnataka, and from a very early age, the KCA backed me. They sent me to a lot of national camps and made sure they invested a lot in me, and so that way the KCA and my coaches from Bangalore have been very supportive. They've shown a lot of faith in me. So and once professional cricket happened, after a year passed by, after I played under 19 India and I played 1 year of first class cricket in Karnataka, that's when I realized, hey, I'm playing professional cricket. And injury happened, my career graph went down for different reasons, and I was out of the game for a good 5 6 months. Just sitting at home looking. The IPL was happening during that time, and I was looking on TV, seeing all my friends and all my teammates who play with me. They're on TV doing, very well. They're doing from Bangalore and from around
Yeah.
the country. My all the guys from my group. So I was just sitting there, and it hit me that if I wasn't disciplined and if I wasn't serious in professional cricket, it will come get me very soon, and I wouldn't even know when that happened. So that's when I realized that the fun time is over, and obviously when you go out onto the field, it's still fun. You enjoy the challenges, but
The responsibility.
the responsibilities, the little things that you have to do, like sleep on time, take care of your diet, go and train, be professional about all these things, and having
So you started taking it completely in a very serious way.
yeah, around when I was 20 and 21. That's when I really put my head into it, and like the things that I mentioned, I started doing all of this in a very correct manner, and I seeked help from my coaches and from my trainers, from my physios, because I was coming back from an injury. So yeah, that was the time where everything changed for me, and I became a different person.
And in terms of your support system, apart from your family, of course, in terms of your journey from where you were in Bangalore to now playing international cricket, who are the key people who have held your hand and brought you forward?
Obviously, firstly, my family, they've been very supportive,
Sure.
and my coaches from Bangalore, who've seen me from when I was 10 and 11, when I was a kid running around hitting balls. They made sure they looked after me, they took care of me, and I was always away from home playing cricket,
Yeah.
about 7 8 months away from home. So the time where you're learning your qualities and becoming a better person, when these things are taught to you in school by teachers, my coaches were doing that for me. They made sure that I was not only a good, also a good human being. They guided me well, and even today they're there for me, and I call them every time I feel low or happy, or they call me and tell me if I'm doing any mistakes. And yeah, so my friends as well. Not very often people mention
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been living away from home, so
So friends are all that
yeah,
you have
yeah,
most
friends.
of the time.
They're there for me all the time, and they become family. And it's important to switch off from cricket sometimes, and go have some good time with your friends. And yeah, so I've been.
I
Very,
read somewhere that while you're playing cricket, you're completely into it, but while you're off, you want to do all the fun stuff and have fun times and stuff. So what do you do off cricket?
yeah, I am like that. I give it my best and give it all I have on the field. Leave everything on the ground, and fail or succeed. It's a part of how much I've worked, and so yeah, I've learned to keep those things.
Switch off and switch
Yeah,
on.
keep cricket on the field, and come back and do things that I like. Like I said, I love to spend time with my friends. We play the PlayStation all the time. Couple of my friends love cooking, so I love eating. So it's a good combo for all of us. Going out, doing everything that a 22, 23-year-old does. Watching movies, going out to concerts. I love live music, so
Okay.
I've been to a couple of concerts in Bangalore, and yeah, all the fun stuff that any normal boy does.
As a sports person, I just want to ask, is there any very evident difference between a sports person and a non-sports person? What I'm trying to ask you is, does sports teach you something very different?
Yes, of course. I honestly believe that every person should play sport at least to some level if
Yeah.
you want to become successful. Because what I've learned is, like I was just mentioning, to detach from results. Sometimes it becomes so important to us. Winning becomes so important. We forget the fun of life, forget the fun of the process, and the journey. That's what cricket teaches you. You might work very hard for 1 year, and you have a very important game coming up, and you might have done everything that that you could do, but you might go there and get a first ball duck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it teaches you. The journey is more important than going out there and performing. Everybody wants to perform, but you should know where to draw a line, and yeah, that's what I love about sport. It always keeps you going. It always challenges you differently. You know, you wake up every day.
Every
and
day
you
is
have to-
different on the ground,
Yeah,
right?
every day you face different challenges. You know, maybe you're batting on 100, or maybe you're batting on a 0. But you know, every time you walk out, it's a different challenge, and I love that about sport.
And when you got to know that you're going to go on the field and play Australia and test, how did you feel? Were you always waiting for that moment?
Yes, I was. Uh, Always dreamt of playing in Australia. I love how Australians play cricket. You know, the intent, the aggressive nature of how they play cricket has always been fun for me to watch sitting at home, and I always wanted to go there and play cricket. And I was very fortunate that I did get a chance in Australia. I was very excited. MCG, the Boxing Day Test match. You know, it couldn't have gotten better. And you know, all I was thinking is, okay, if I make this big, this will be one of the biggest days in my life.
Life-changing
Yeah, and you know, everybody wants to play in India-Pakistan first, but if not that, they want to play in Australia
yeah.
on Boxing Day Test match. And yeah, so I was very excited, very nervous too. But
But what happened when the first match that you went and you got out in 3 runs? Is it right?
yeah, um, look, I didn't know what to expect. You know, people definitely told me the pressure is going to be different. You know, in the dressing room, they're trying to tell me that you know you're going to face different challenges that you've never faced in first class cricket. But I didn't know what they were talking about. So once I went in, I remember exactly what happened. It was Ajinkya and Virat had a big partnership, which was very important for the team. And Ajinkya got out at I think drinks. So there was time for me, and the walk in MCG from the dressing room to the stadium is a long walk.
Okay.
You have to walk through the crowd, and you know you're hearing people saying different things, that you're going to fail, you're going to, you know,
Wow.
Johnson's in your face, and you know, I love that about it. I went into the ground very calm, smiling, and I looked up and hello, I'm in MCG. Just
So you enjoyed that moment?
Yeah, I enjoyed that moment. I remember from the time I walked from the dressing room till the middle, and what happened in the middle, I have no clue.
Wow.
Yeah, it just went too fast, and I got too eager. It was very important for me to get that first boundary away, maybe. Look, I still haven't figured out what went wrong or what happened to me in the first 2 innings, but yeah, it was fun. You know, though
when
I
you-
failed, but it taught me a lot. And
When you first do 3-1 and you got back to the dressing room, what did you tell yourself? Were you like shattered?
I was shattered, man. Look, first first test match, you know, you're dreaming to play for your country, and you get that chance in a big stage, in a Boxing Day test match. And you know, I failed the first innings. I was like, okay, you know, maybe I got nervous. Then I got a better opportunity in the second innings.
one,
You know,
yeah.
they promoted me to number 3, and you know, I was not someone. I wasn't scared of playing the fast bowlers, or you know, with the bouncy tracks. I wanted that. I wanted that challenge. I wanted to go out there and you know face the heat. And but you know, once I failed again in the second innings, I went back, and you know. There's a lot going on in my mind, but yeah, obviously I was in a very bad space. I didn't know if I would get a second chance, or I felt like this was the end of my career. And you know, these things, these
happens,
thoughts
it's
are
natural.
very obvious to come to anybody who's failed that miserably. But yeah, my teammates, my support staff were there for me, and they backed me. It was very hard to forget all of that. You know, it's easy for people to say move on and you know don't think about it, but it was always there. It was always haunting me. But then we went to Sydney, and it was New Year's time. So I felt like if I sat in the room all day and cried about it, it's not going to do me any good. So we had a good 10-day break from Melbourne to Sydney. So uh, Sydney looked very nice. I loved the energy, the vibe as soon as I entered Sydney. So
So you went around.
yeah, we went around, took a couple of days off, and you know didn't touch the bat, didn't think about cricket. I went around Sydney. It was New Year's. We celebrated New Year's together with the team, and you know, so all
the
these
de-stress
things.
help?
Yeah, the thing to get my mind off cricket did help me. And as soon as I went back onto the field, I was positive. I knew It was just that it's just a matter of spending 10, 15 minutes in the middle and feeling confident, and I knew the big knock was coming. So
And then the first century that you did,
yeah.
again, a complete 360 degree from what you felt. What was going on in your head then?
Both the matches, honestly, I don't know what I was going through when I
Yeah.
failed and when I got the 100. But I remember clearly when I went to Sydney. Before the test match started, they told me I'd be opening the batting, and I felt more comfortable because that's the position I've always batted in. And I went out there in the middle before the game started, sat down on the pitch, and I was just visualizing all the good things that I could do and all the things that have happened in this stadium in Sydney. I remember watching Sachin Tendulkar getting double 100
Yeah.
and Brian Lara and lot of great players have got their first international 100 in Sydney. So I was just sitting there visualizing all of that, and I went into the dressing room. I saw this huge Hall of Fame board of the guys, the visiting team players who have got hundreds on this ground, and I see names of big players, VVS Lakshman, Tendulkar,
Wow.
and Brian Lara, and I was like, something told me that my name is going to be up on that board before I left the test match. So I was feeling there's something that kept telling me that I'm going to do something great in this test match. So I
And it
think
happened.
that desire, that drive, was what got me through that 100.
And in the dressing room, when you got back after your 3-1 and after you got back playing your first century, what did the captain of the team tell you? Was there anything?
See, the captain was in the middle playing with me.
Okay.
Virat was there for more than half of my
Yeah.
innings. He was there guiding me, and he knew what I was going through. So he was there to, calm me down and also tell me to, be expressive, play my game, and do the things that I've been follow the same process that I follow in first class cricket when I play here in India. So that helped me a lot. And when I started, there was Rohit who was there. Rohit and Virat really helped me in the middle because they knew what I was going through. I looked very nervous, and but once I got a couple of shots in the middle, it felt
You were
very good.
comfortable.
Yeah, I was comfortable, and then slowly started realizing that the scoreboard's ticking and I'm getting the runs. Though it was a slow innings, but I felt very comfortable in the middle. I felt like I belonged in international cricket, and once I went back, MS Dhoni was there. You know how he is. He's not very expressive.
Not
And,
vocal, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but just that the smile or just say couple of words that he said, felt really good. He said, "This is what I was expecting to do in Melbourne, but nevertheless you got it in Sydney, so I'm happy." And those few words from all the senior players there, and
Always helps.
yeah, the joy in their eyes to see me get 100, for a youngster to come in and get 100. They know the importance of a youngster coming into the team, especially when you're playing abroad and getting 100. It meant a lot to me, and the happiness in their faces also,
Yeah,
was the best
absolutely.
feeling for me.
Rahul, coming to the Indian cricket, I mean, especially a country like India, which worships cricket, and there's a huge deal of pressure that goes in for winning. It's almost the entire country is worshipping and praying and all of that. Does that add a lot of pressure for the sport like cricket and for sports people who play cricket?
Look, not really. When you know so many people are praying for your victory and praying for you to do well, you take confidence out of it, and all their prayers is will help. But yeah, like I had mentioned earlier, as professional cricketers, you learn to detach yourself from winning and losing. For us, what's important is to go out there and give it our best every game, every at any given situation. From our point of view, that is more important for us to stay in the right space, to be in the right level of focus, and that is what is important for us. But yeah, the crowd pressure and in India
The nation's pressure.
yeah, the nation's pressure is big. We do understand that, but yeah, once you play a few games, you understand that those are the things that you can't control, and you look to control what you could control, and you go out there and try to give it your best performance every time.
As a team game, there are multiple people, skill sets, and every engine needs to fire. So, for a young cricketer like you, for you to stand out and make a mark in the Indian cricket, what does it take?
it takes good performances for me to stand out. Obviously, there's nothing else that I can do to stand out. Um, but like you said, on a personal note, when we are in the dressing room, I think right now it's a very young team, and all of us have played with each other at some point in junior cricket, and IPL helps too because we shared dressing rooms with all these guys. If it was for me walking into the team without any
Prior
experience of
interactions, yeah.
interactions with the other senior players, it would have been difficult. But IPL and just the team being very young helps for a youngster like me to walk in and to be myself
And confident.
yeah, to feel confident, and that comfort level is there in the dressing room, and that's very important for a youngster.
I want to ask you this question. I think a lot of people want to know this. What exactly happens in a dressing room? A lot has been spoken about cricketers' dressing room, and spill us a little light on it.
It's it.
Overrated?
What do you think a group of boys can do in a closed room?
Okay.
It's exactly what we do. We're up to a lot of fun, and there's a side where guys are playing cricket. You know how we guys were when we were young. Used to play one bounce,
Yeah.
out, and games like that. And there are guys talking about different things. There's whole lot of thing that goes on in the dressing room, and you're going from one seat to another seat, and you're interacting with all these guys. So there's lot of conversation that happens. There's very little cricket talk.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, very little cricket talk, because all the talk happens before we enter the dressing room. It happens behind the scene when we are in the hotel. We do talk a lot about strategies and what needs to be done. But once we're in the dressing room, it's a lot
It's
of
all fun?
Yeah. There's
And-
music playing, there are people dancing. You get to listen to different kinds of music. Virat's playing Punjabi music a lot of times, and there are other guys listening to Tamil music, and so there's a lot of mix of music in the dressing room, and
There's a lot of fun.
dance.
You
Yeah,
guys have
yeah.
fun. And in terms of, we spoke about music a little bit. Cricket and movies are very much interlinked, especially in India. So there's so much of paparazzi for cricket, like how it happens for movies. I think you are one of the sports where media follows and paparazzi follows. And is it too much? Is it overwhelming?
Look, I'm still very new into international cricket, and the paparazzi haven't
Not started yet as
not
much.
started yet, or maybe I've been very low key and tried to slip under the radar somehow. Yeah, so that hasn't bothered me yet, and yeah, look, it's up to the individual and how he treats it. These things are a part of the job when you're playing for your country, or when you're a big name in your country. So it's never stopped me from doing what I've wanted to do. And yeah, even in the future, I don't think it's going to stop me. I'm still going to do what I feel like doing and what I want to do.
And in terms of other attributes that it comes with cricket, cricketers are probably one of the very few sports people who gets good endorsements. They're called for inaugurations. There's a lot of other things that comes as a package if you're a good cricketer. So do you think that distracts the person, or is it good to build and reach? And
Like I said, it's up to the individual and how he treats it. These are, like I said, part of the job. You have to, like I'm here to speak about myself and my story, and which will inspire people watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so people do expect us to go and maybe deliver speeches, or give away prizes, and it's important for us to connect with with our fans and with people who love the game and who love us and support us through all that we go through. So it's very important, and we've embraced that side of life as well. It's a different challenge for us, for cricketers. Say when you make it big and you have to do an ad or do dance or something like that. It's not something that you're used to, but it challenges you. Yeah, it challenges you, and we're sportsmen. We love challenges. So yeah, it's become a part of the modern day cricketing career of a young boy.
And young people looking at this episode, people who want, India is filled with people who want to make big in cricket. So what would you want to tell them, a piece of advice for aspiring cricketers?
All I'd like to say is, firstly, you need to dare to dream big. some kids just want to play cricket and play for the country, but it doesn't happen that easily. You have to dare to be different. You have to go out there and be a go-getter, and you will come across a lot of people. You'll come across more people telling you that you can't get to where you want to get. You cannot play for India. There's so much competition. You'll find guys like that more than the guys who will say, no, you're good enough. You can go out there and, you can be the next Sachin Tendulkar or Rahul Dravid. And yeah, so all I'd like to say is believe in yourself. You work hard, you enjoy the sport. Like they say, cricket's a very funny game. Cricket has a very funny way of giving too. If you've worked hard, if you kept things simple and you've been humble to your routine, humble to your ethics, cricket will give you back.
You get back out
yeah,
of it.
Yeah.
But then unfortunately, a country like India, be it media, be it people, a loss, a lot of flack comes to cricketers. A win, then they worship you. A little mistake here and there, all over the media, people have been flacking up. So is that too much added pressure? Does that really affect the performance? I'm sure there's somewhere that it goes in and says...
Yeah, it does. See, there are a few things that I've started doing. I stopped reading the newspaper, going on social media and reading, because people out there just know to write. They can write very...
And for the sake of writing.
Yeah, they're very harsh things written about a lot of players, and one bad innings and there are people putting you down, and 100 and they make you God. So it's very important for people who write and take up to social media to criticize a player, to understand that we have family too, and our family is reading newspapers, and there's so much that they go through. We as players can handle it, but there's family, and there are other people that are involved with us that have to go through it too. So this has been going on forever, but if they could understand too that we are there doing everything that we can. We wake up every day in the morning, train hard. By the time we get back home, we're dead, and get hardly 7-8 hours of sleep and good food, and we stay away from family. And like me, it's hard. I don't have family to go back to, and I don't get good food all the time. The food that I want to, there's nothing that beats mom's food. So you go through all of that, and still you wake up the next day and go through the same thing. You're tired, you come back, you wake up the third day. We keep doing everything that we can to be successful every time, but sometimes it doesn't happen.
It's a sport, so you got to take it like a sport.
So we as players have understood that we can't be successful all the time, but it's time that other people understood it too.
Sure. Rahul, this season, Bangalore season, we are spreading cancer awareness. A message to people watching this in terms of their lifestyle or cancer patients, any message that you want to give?
See, it's obviously very difficult time for an individual and for their families. I think for their families, it's hard to, when they get the news, they'll be heartbroken too. But it's very important for families to stay strong and support the individual who is going through a rough patch. And it's a part of life that has come to test you for a little bit. It's not going to stay there forever. We've read on papers, and we read on the news all the time that they're about patients who've survived, who've gotten through this rough period, who've come back stronger. Like Yuvraj Singh.
Exactly.
He's such an inspiration to all of us, not just for the way he's played cricket or anything else, for the way he's fought back, and he's come back a stronger human being, come back a stronger player. He's playing better than ever. So there are cases like this that happen. So for the individuals to stay strong and to fight this through, you guys are our inspiration. So
absolutely, and the good thing that he has come back and started a foundation called We Can, with whatever he can do to people.
That's very inspiring, and all the good things are happening to him now, and I'm very happy for you.
We only wish him good health and stuff. In conversation with a very, very confident young cricketer, KL Rahul, we'll be right back. In conversation with KL Rahul. Rahul, last segment, one questions and one-line answers from you. One thing that you say or do before you go to the field every time?
I'm the best.
You tell that to yourself
Yeah.
every time? One advice from someone that's completely changed your life.
Best advice till today, and the one that I really follow is from the best batsman in the world today. He told me um, to keep cricket very simple. He said cricket's a very simple game. The less you complicate it, it's better for you, and the simpler you keep it, the game's going to give you more.
Very well said. One favorite cricketer of all times.
AB de Villiers.
One alternate career you would have chosen if not cricket.
I was always a sporty kid, so maybe some other sport. I also always wanted to be in the army or do something. I never wanted to do a desk job, so yeah.
Sure. One personality who truly inspires you, be it cricket or non-cricket.
Usain Bolt and Roger Federer.
One thing apart from cricket that you enjoy the most.
I love playing football, and I love tattoos on me, on myself, not just to look at.
One team that you wish to debut in one-day cricket and score a century.
Couple of years back, I had this dream that I'll get both my hundreds, test and one-day hundreds against Australia.
You did
in
that?
Australia.
The test has happened?
Yeah, half of it is true, so the other half is yet to happen. So I'll be very happy if I get my first 100 against Australia.
One thing that gives Rahul a kick.
A lot of it. I mean, playing sport, winning is what gives me the biggest kick.
One word to describe the following people, or you want to send a message across. MS Dhoni.
Leader.
Anil Kumble.
Someone, he's a fighter, resilient guy, and I love that about him.
Rahul Dravid.
His definition of hard work.
Zahir Khan.
King of swing.
Sehwag.
I would have loved to bat with Sehwag. It's a dream for me to bat with Sehwag. The way he's destroyed bowling attacks, it would have made life easy for his partner. So I wish I'd played with him.
The god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar. I wanted to send a message to him actually.
Like I said, it was a dream for me to play with all these big names. I remember we were going to New Zealand for the Under-19 World Cup, and Sachin Tendulkar was there in the same ground. He came and spoke to us for a bit, and trust me, I mean this. When he was talking, I don't remember a word he said. I was just looking at him, and I was
awestruck.
Awestruck. I was just looking at him. I didn't even listen to what he said. Not in a disrespectful way, but it was just the aura of the man. And
you couldn't get through him.
I couldn't. Yeah.
Yuvraj Singh.
Stylish.
Virat Kohli.
Achiever.
One, I know you're a movie buff as well. You see a lot of movies. One Bollywood actor and actress that you completely adore.
It's a tough one, man.
Anyone off late you've seen a movie and you kind of felt?
I watched Bajirao Mastani the other day, and I loved Ranveer Singh and the work he's put in, and his acting in the movie has been fantastic.
And actress?
First one that comes to my mind right now is Aishwarya Rai, because just saw her a week back, and she's beautiful, man. She's gorgeous.
Still carries that kind of enigma.
And she's from Bangalore, so
yeah.
There's this soft corner for people from Bangalore.
If at all, and a very hypothetical question, if somebody has to play you on screen, whom would you choose?
Someone had to play me on screen. Ranbir Kapoor.
One thing that you want to change about Bangalore?
Traffic.
Too much getting in?
It kills us, man. It takes us 1 hour after hard work, hard training to get back home is tough.
2016, how does it look for Rahul personally and professionally?
I feel something big is going to come.
Yeah.
And I feel that about every year, every year is a big year. I want 2016 to bring me more challenges, test me as a person, and I want to go out there and achieve and beat all the obstacles and whatever challenges thrown my way. I want to be better and better than the challenge, and go out there and keep winning.
Rahul, thank you. I know you're in a lot of pain, but you took time to come on the show. How did you find it?
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for having me here, and I wish you all the best, and hope you can get more inspiring stories out of people who have gone there and achieved a lot, and hope the kids watching this are happy with the show and can take a lesson out of me and the other guys who have been on the show, and I wish you all the luck, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Truly inspirational. Young cricketer. I'm sure you're going to make Karnataka proud. You're going to make India proud. All best. We only wish to see more and more good cricket, good international cricket, and we wish you good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on the show. Rahul, before we let you go, a little goodie from our gifting partners, P.N. Rao and DC Designs.
Thank you.
I
so
hope
much.
you like it.
Yeah, I love it.
One last thing, selfie world. I'm sure let's do a little selfie before we let you go.
Hi guys, this is KL Rahul. If you enjoyed watching the show and want to see more inspiring stories, subscribe to Let's Talk with Vinay on YouTube. Like they say, cricket is a very funny game. Cricket has a very funny way of giving too. If you worked hard, if you kept things simple, and you've been humble to your routine, humble to your ethics, cricket will give you back.
You get back.
Yeah. It does give it back to you.